Hi all, welcome to Selenium training program. In this class, we'll be learning the basic flow in WebDriver. An agenda would be getting started with Selenium WebDriver, implicit wait, page load timeout wait, cookies handling, and to run a successful call using Selenium WebDriver. Let's come to the Eclipse. I've created a project named Learners Demo. In this, I have a package named Basic Selenium. In this, I've created a Java class called FirstCallFlow. So let's get started. First of all, I need a WebDriver instance. So I'll create a WebDriver instance. I've named the instance name as OBrowser. I'll import WebDriver. It's an OpenQA Selenium WebDriver. That is, this is the package from where we're getting this class, and we've created an instance that is OBrowser. Now I need two functions, one named OpenBrowser and the other one named CloseBrowser. Why? Because in this class we are going to learn the basic flow wherein we'll open the browser, we'll do something on the browser, and then we'll close the browser. Now, when you open the browser, you should definitely have the choice of working over different browsers. So we'll pass on two arguments here, that is the browser type and the URL that you want to open. Now to call these functions one by one, I need to have a main in this class. Using the instance of the class FirstCallFlow, let's name it as FirstCall. Now my open browser is expecting two arguments, the browser type and the URL. Say for example, I want to work with Chrome and the URL that I want to open is amazon.in. So the very basic thing is done. We've created the WebDriver instance named OBrowser. We've created two functions, OpenBrowser and CloseBrowser. And from the main function, we are calling OpenBrowser. The two arguments that we passed is Chrome as the browser type and Amazon.in as the URL. Now, when you work in the real-time environment, you should have the choice of working or testing over different browser types. So here we'll put up some if-else statements wherein we'll take different browser types, that is Chrome, your Internet Explorer, your Mozilla Firefox, etc. So let's start with the try block, keeping in mind that just in case you have an exception, it should be caught nicely. if my O browser type, that is O browser type dot equals ignore case, so the O browser would be new Firefox driver. We'll just copy and paste this code. We'll have it for another browser type, say for example Chrome. We'll create O browser equals to new Chrome driver. Now there's a catch here. With Selenium, we get Firefox as an inbuilt browser type, as in the driver type. So if you want to use Chrome driver or Internet Explorer driver, you need to do some system settings. So here you've set a system property webdriver.chrome.driver, and this is the location of the executable file of the Chrome driver. You've installed your Chrome driver at this location. This is my system's location. I put Chrome driver.executable here. Now let me copy this code. For Internet Explorer, I'll say IE. For this, you'll have another driver, Internet Explorer driver. And similarly, you'll have to mention the executable file of the Internet Explorer driver here. I'll just leave it blank because I don't have it at this location. So I'll just keep it blank, considering that I'm already sending Chrome as an argument here. Now this part is done. I have taken all types of browsers. I have got the exception. Let's come to the closed browser. When you open the browser, you do some functioning on it, and after completing your work, you definitely would like to close the browser. So we'll use the Webdriver Instance, and we'll close it. The function name is closed. Very simple. And it's very easy to remember as well. Now let's come back to this part, the try block. Here, after you've taken the browser instance, the driver instance, we would like to do a few things over the browser. So what are they? We will maximize it first. We will delete the cookies. We will set the implicit wait. We will set the page load timeout wait. So what is implicit wait is very important to learn. We'll look at that in a moment. So we'll again use the browser instance, and using the instance of WebDriver, we have a function named manage. In this, we have another function named window, and in this we have maximize. So this is the first thing you need to do. This is the first step. Creating and defining the driver instance. Now, the next thing you'd like to do is delete all the cookies. Again, the same function, manage dot delete all cookies. The third step would be to put in the implicit wait. Let's learn what is implicit wait first. Implicit wait is to tell the WebDriver to hold the DOM, that is data object model, for a certain amount of time when trying to find an element or elements if they are not immediately available. Default value is 0. Once set, the implicit wait is set for the life of the WebDriver object instance until it changed again. So when you mention the implicit wait, before getting any kind of exception, your program will wait for that amount of time mentioned in your implicit wait to find the element or elements on the page. Let's keep it as time 90 seconds and we'll use the time unit as seconds. We will also mention another time here, that is your page load timeout. In a similar way, we'll also keep it 90 and we'll use the same time unit as seconds. Now your page load timeout is the time your page will wait before timing out if it doesn't get uploaded. So this part is done. Now after setting the properties on the browser, now you want to open the URL that you've mentioned, that is amazon.in. So for that, again we'll use the browser instance. Browser.get. Get is the function for calling any kind of URL you want to open. So the one that is getting passed here is SURL, so we'll mention it here. So this is to open the URL. Alright, this part is done. Once it gets open, if you want to close it, you can call close browser from here. But before closing the browser, we would just like to open the browser and see what happens. Now, in case, once your browser gets open, then you call the URL, you want to get the title of the page, you can put some more lines over here. Let me create another string here named stitle. This I'll be using to get the title of the page. So your title of the page will get saved into stitle. Now, just in case you want to get it printed, you can put a system.out.println statement and you can get the title printed. Similarly, if you want to get the page source or you want to get the current URL, you can call in a similar manner. I'll just copy paste the code here. So this is how you can call the current URL using the function. With the same browser instance, you call the function get current URL, and you're now getting it printed URL of the current pages as current URL. So let's save the program and try to run it. So you see that Amazon gets opened up, and let me see what's there on the console. The title of the page is Online Shopping, Shop Online for Mobiles, Books, Watches, Shoes and More, Amazon.in. And the URL of the current page is www.amazon.in. Now let me call the close browser here and see what happens next. So the browser gets open and then it gets closed. This is a very basic call flow. We open up a browser, we fetch the title of the page, and then we fetch the URL of the current page, and then we close the browser. There could be many things that we can do between opening and closing the browser, but then this is a very basic call flow. In this class, we've learned how to set the driver instance, how to set the properties of the browser, then how to get the URL, do something with the URL, for example, getting its title or the current URL, and then closing the browser back. In the next class, we'll be coming up with more flows in Selenium WebDriver. To subscribe our few free tutorials, please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe on it. For online and offline classes, please call us at 8588898802. If you have any question, please call us at the same number. We'll be very happy to resolve them. Thank you and keep learning.